Hello, everyone. My name is John Krebs, and I am the Marketing Director for Tetragen USA, and I'm here today with Shil Kathari, who is the President of Gateway Alliance. Gateway Alliance manufactures the ingredients that are used to make Tetragen day and night and make it so effective. And thank you so much for joining me today, Shil.
Thanks, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, I'm going to get to this really quick because I know you're a very busy man and have a lot of things to do. One of the first things we want to know is where are the ingredients that Tetragen that we use in Tetragen that your company provides? Where are they actually manufactured and sourced?
So that's a good question, John. The ingredients themselves are sourced out of West Africa. The three main ingredients, the Cissus quadrangularis, the CQR 300, the Igob 131, the Ervinia gabonensis, and the DYG 400, the diglomera. Those ingredients are all sourced out of West Africa, and Southeast Asia, I should say, as well. But they are all manufactured at our manufacturing facilities over in India, Bangalore, India, which is the south part of India in the tech industry.
Okay, thank you very much. When was your company established?
And Gateway was established in 2006. It was we started me and my business partner Gary Troxel started the company in 2006, and it's been a fun ride since then. So,
okay. Can you just briefly go over what the safety guidelines are for extracts and basically the ingredients in the U.S. for use in weight loss supplements?
Sure, absolutely. That's a great question. Safety is a huge concern, especially in the supplement industry and the supplement category. And the onus is on the company manufacturing the product to provide the safety for the ingredient themselves. We are considered under the FDA more like a food than we are a drug. It's good and bad, but a few less regulations on us, but at the same time, we have to provide our own safety and safety guidelines. That's something that Gateway takes extremely seriously. Safety is first and foremost our most important criteria when we're evaluating ingredients and products. The safety guidelines that Gateway follows is known as GRAS, is generally recognized as safe, and that is the same safety guidelines that drug companies go through as they are approving new drugs on the marketplace. So we go through the same safety and toxicology studies and testing, which usually takes about 2 years from the time we start until the time we finish before we're actually done the safety portion of our ingredients.
Okay, thank you very much. So what are some of the best-selling extracts that your company produces?
Yeah, Gateway is really started off as a metabolic company, structuring on weight loss and satiety, and is where we started. And it's a growing epidemic in not only the U.S. but around the world. And that's how we started off in 2006. The first ingredient we launched was Cissus quadrangularis, CQR 300. Had some wonderful success in that between 2006 and 2009, and still continues to do very well around the world. The second ingredient was Ervinia gabonensis, Igob 131. That one kind of became a really big success when it hit Dr. Oz. It was on those shows as well. So we got some nice fame there. And then our most recent ingredient is the diglomera, the Dicrostachys glomerata is the name of the ingredient. And that one is really just beginning to take off and has some amazing research behind it and how it works. And we're excited about that. So those are our three main ingredients that Gateway has launched. So as you can tell, from 2006 until now, we don't launch a lot of ingredients because we spend a lot of time on not only the safety, but the efficacy of our ingredients, how the ingredients work, what they do in the body, and really dive into what they're able to do for the people that are taking them and the success we've had because of that.
Okay, makes perfect sense, and that's really good to know. Now, let's say an extract is actually patented. What's involved in that, and what does that actually mean if you actually get a patent for an extract?
Yeah, it's a great question. So a patent is a way to show that your product has something different than anything else in the marketplace or in the world at that point in time. So if you're able to get a patent approved, you're able to show that your ingredient, your product does something that no other ingredient, that same ingredient has not been shown to do before. So for us, for instance, we have over 30 patents on those three ingredients, and we have another 30 or 40 that are still pending. So we like to protect the intellectual property. It's called intellectual property, the patents that you develop. We like to protect that intellectual property in the research that we do. So as we do these research, these trials, these figure out the mechanism of action of how some of these ingredients work, because it takes so much time, energy, and money, we, like pharma companies, tend to file patents around it to protect its use.
Okay, makes perfect sense. Okay, I'd like to talk a little bit now about the four main active ingredients in tetragen, specifically their botanic origin, and basically how they came on your radar screen and why they were included in our products. So can we start with DYG 400, please?
Yep, absolutely. So dichrostachys glomerata, or DYG 400. It's a polyphenol-based ingredient, meaning it works as an antioxidant. It's a powerful antioxidant and helps with reducing um, uh, free radical inflammation within the body. And so we've had some tremendous success on weight loss trials that we've done, in which we've taken patients that have been in the obese and overweight category and have shown them to actually lose significant weight during our trials.
Excellent. Okay. How about CQR, please?
CQR 300 was our first ingredient we launched, and that's based on metabolic enzymes, or digestive enzymes, lipase, which is the fat blocking enzyme, glucosidase, and amylase, which are carbohydrate and sugar blocking enzymes. What that ingredient does, CQR 300, is actually blocks the absorption of dietary enzymes or dietary foods as we consume them. So not all of those calories as such are getting absorbed. And that helps with the actual satiety and the fullness that someone is feeling as they're consuming these, and not allowing all those calories to get absorbed. So CQR 300 has been around for quite some time, since 2006, and it has also been quite successful.
Excellent. How about Igob?
So IGOB 131, Ervingia gabonensis, is an ingredient from a product known as African wild mango. Was originally used in West Africa as a culinary ingredient. It is the seed of a mango, and when you crack that seed open, there's a kernel that looks like an almond in there, and it's an extract from that almond. In traditional uses, it's used to thicken soups and to make people feel fuller for longer periods of time. As we dove into the research of this ingredient, we found that it was actually able to, not only it was creating fullness, but it was actually able to reduce the size of fat cells at the same time. So it had a metabolic pathway in there that it was doing, and had some very unique properties. So it was actually rebalancing some of our metabolism as we speak, and reducing the or increasing satiety, making someone feel fuller, and reducing appetite. So again, we had some really, really great success on that, and the clinical trials have shown some wonderful success on the weight loss benefits in both overweight and obese patients.
Excellent, excellent. Lastly, what about Lipofuel?
Lipofuel is just kind of what the name kind of says. It's a Kickstarter. It gets your metabolism going and revving, and it is a product known as capsaicin, a chili, the red colorant in chili, and the part that makes a chili pepper extremely hot, is what Lipofuel is. So what it does, it gets your metabolism going and moving, and allows you to feel the burst of energy that you're looking for.
Okay. Lastly, why is green tea extract added into Tetragen Day? Can you talk a little about that?
Yep, green tea extracts or has a catechin in it or a molecule like a tannin that has a it's called EGCG, and epigallocatechin gallate is a molecule that again helps with your metabolism and helps with your as a mild stimulant and a strong antioxidant. Green tea also has a natural amount of caffeine, mild caffeine that is um, uh, natural in origin, not synthetic, and helps also to give you that little extra boost of energy.
Excellent. Okay, I know you've done clinical studies on these ingredients. Can you tell me, just the basics of, why did you do clinical studies in the first place? I mean, I know you have to, and I do understand you guys want to
Yep.
justify, but just tell me why you did the clinical studies on the ingredients, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Clinical studies to us are important because it kind of culminates the amount of work we've done years prior to that to get the ingredient to the state where we can do a clinical trial. We finished the safety studies. We kind of have an idea what this product does in the body from animal studies. We know a metabolic pathway that this ingredient is working on, but now we want to know real life situations when we actually give it to human patients and we have in a controlled environment what this product is actually going to do. Is it going to do what we think it's going to do, what it did in animal studies, and what we propose it's going to do? And that's the main reason why we do our clinical studies. So large scale, we start with smaller, but they go to large scale clinical studies. Some of our diglomerular studies are over 200 patients in size, and they can range anywhere from a short study is a 12-week study, an 8 to 12-week study to see kind of what's happening at the very beginning, but they can go all the way as far as 6 months in some of our studies as well. So we do a wide range of clinical trials, and we do a number of clinical trials on all of our ingredients. So it's not only one, it's only two. It's a minimum of three, and sometimes going as far as 6 and 7. So we take our clinical trials very seriously and use universities around the world to run these trials. So they're run anywhere from U.S. universities to universities in Cameroon, Africa, to the UK. But the university is based upon where the expert lies that knows the most about the ingredient and how to run these studies.
Okay. Um, in very simple terms, I mean, what were the findings in general of the clinical studies for the ingredients in Tetragen? This is my last question.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy to see the first ones is, obviously as you start looking towards the 4 weeks and 4 weeks into the study, you start seeing some weight loss that takes place. And at 8 weeks, you see even more weight loss that takes place. And, by the time you're into 12 weeks and beyond, you start seeing significant weight loss in people, especially that are obese. Obviously, someone that needs to lose 10 pounds is going to lose a lot, is not going to have the dramatic effects versus someone who's looking to lose 50 or 60 pounds, or we're going to see more weight loss in them. So obviously weight loss is an easy one to see. But what we also see is when we do all of our studies is the full metabolic panels. We will see a change in hormones. We will see a change in cholesterol levels, which cholesterol is also a hormone. So we'll see changes in cholesterol. We will see changes in hormones that help balance our satiety, such as leptin and ghrelin. So we see those types of changes as well. So in general, what we tend to see is from the beginning of the study to the end of the study is we like to get a nice idea of why people are losing weight, what's happening, and we're able to put all that data together. And when we publish it, kind of really show the benefits of what our ingredients are doing in an overall picture.
Excellent. Shil, again, I thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy man, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day for this interview, and you have a great one. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John. Take care.
You too.